Hey there, my name is Dr. Terry Nauman, and I'm coming to you today from my home in sunny southern Utah. This video is meant to be a review of UVENTURE's motorcycle tours and Yuri Kalika. I recently participated in a wonderful motorcycle trip across southern Africa, stretching from Кейптауна all the way up to Malawi. And Yuri and UVENTURE's partnered with the company that I actually booked with, Ride Down South, which is based in South Africa. You know, I had a chance to view Yuri and his operation close up, and I had the opportunity to spend about a month with him, which was really great. The trip, most of the participants went from South Africa, Кейптауна, up to Windhoek in Namibia, and then a few of us continued on to Vic Falls there in Livingstone, Zambia, and then on to Malawi. So, you know, I really got to ride and view Yuri's operation closely, see his methods, and so this really isn't a review of the trip. It's a review of Yuri and his company itself. So what gives me the experience to give you some sort of help with this or knowledge? Well, you know, I was a PhD professor of geology, and I've led hundreds of field trips for students around the planet. And of course, you know, and I've also participated in research trips both on land and at sea. And so, you know, these things were usually to some remote island volcano or subsea volcanoes. And, you know, what this does is it really allows you to do the logistics. You know, how do you get people different places? How do you get equipment? How do you deal with people once you are in these settings? You know, there's always endless problems, some big, some little, and that makes the difference when you're participating with other people. You know, how do they handle these kinds of things? Because everybody is great on the good days, but when things get tight or the weather's bad or maybe there's a breakdown, that's what separates, you know, really good people from not so good people. So anyway. All of this kind of happens, and you know, to me, the biggest thing is does somebody keep a positive attitude, and especially when they're dealing with clients. So over the last 20 years, I've participated in at least a dozen different big motorcycle adventures around the world where I've paid to go, and you know, the trip leaders have and the organization has ranged from being okay to exemplary. And, you know, I've been, you know, in Vietnam and India, South America, both Patagonia, Colombia, Europe, of course. And, you know, I'm thinking about things like, you know, all these trips were not created equal. And so things like safety, communications with you before and during the trip, security, the value of the trip. What are you getting for your money? What kind of condition are the bikes in? You know, all that kind of stuff. And really, for you, was it worth the money? One of the big things that I struggle with is I'm getting ready to go on a trip to some faraway place in a company I've never been with, and you're going to send that deposit. Do you feel that secure to wire money to some strange bank account halfway around the world? And you know, I've lucked out. I mean, I've had really good experiences, but I got to tell you, you know, you like I said before, you know, not all tour companies are the same. Which brings me to my ultimate point and the goal, which, you know, to try to convince or assure you, you know, that Yuri and UVENTURE's is the real deal. Wow. I mean, every free minute that this guy had, he was on the computer or was on his phone and he's working out details. And the thing that I loved about it was he was always asking questions like, how could I make this better? How did this work out? And because I technically wasn't one of his clients, and I have a lot of experience, I was able to sort of watch him close up. and wow, what a great guy, and really, and what a value. I mean, I've rarely seen his equal when it comes to that sort of level of customer service or fit and finish for wanting his customers to be as happy as they can be and get the most out of the experience. He had to handle a lot of small issues while simultaneously making sure that everybody was getting what they should. He speaks English so well. I mean, it's like, it's really nice because, he not only gets like jokes and sarcasm, but he understands when there's something that you want. So for you English speakers out there, and that's kind of primarily what I made this video for, whether you're coming from England or Australia or America, feel confident you're going to be able to, they're going to understand you and your needs and what you want. Your deposit's going somewhere, and yes, there's somebody on the other side. And I personally am planning to take three adventures with Yuri. He's going to have some trips going to Thailand eventually. He's already got trips going to Turkey, and of course the long Siberia trip. These are all I'm in, and I hope to see you there, right? If that's something that you're interested in. So anyway. Yuri's got my contact info, and feel free to contact me if you want to. I'd be happy to talk to you about any of the questions that you have about his operation. That's it. Okay, hope to see you there, and I hope this helps. All right, cheers.